Have you ever wondered how plants are able to grow in sidewalk cracks? Ever since I became interested in plants, I've been impressed and perplexed by the plants that pop up in sidewalk cracks. Considering how finicky some plants can be, even in seemingly ideal conditions, it's amazing that some species can thrive in the horticultural equivalent of a frying pan. When I took an introductory geology class last year, I learned about how plants establish themselves in rocky areas. I realized that this is the same process that is occurring when plants grow in cracked concrete. Such growth can occur in sidewalk cracks because of three interrelated processes: mineral weathering, soil formation, and ecological succession. So rocks are subject to weathering, and concrete sidewalks are basically a man-made rock. Rocks are naturally occurring masses of minerals. Concrete is made of sand or gravel held together by lime and other calcium-based compounds. The natural analog to concrete is a kind of sedimentary rock which is called conglomerate, where smaller rock fragments are held together in a matrix of limestone. Like naturally occurring rock, concrete is subject to weathering. Weathering refers to the natural decomposition of rock. There are three types of weathering: mechanical, chemical, and biological. These processes can occur simultaneously and work together. Please note that there are many more subtypes of these three types of weathering beyond what I'll describe here. Alright, let's look at weathering processes in the context of concrete. Mechanical weathering occurs when something imposes stress on a rock. One cause of mechanical weathering is thermal stress. This occurs because heat causes rock to expand, putting pressure on itself and the surrounding material. If a great increase in temperature occurs all at once, such as in the case of a fire, it can cause breaking to occur immediately. However, it's much more common that cyclical heating and cooling, like what happens between day and night and seasonal shifts in temperature, will gradually weaken the material over time. Chemical weathering occurs when minerals in rock react with surrounding substances, resulting in a change in the mineral composition of the rock or dissolution of the material. Most commonly, this is a result of contact with water which has dissolved carbon dioxide in it, creating carbonic acid. Calcium hydroxide and calcium carbonate, which are ingredients in the concrete, can be dissolved in this solution. Air which is polluted with nitrogen and sulfur gases creates acid rain, which contains even harsher acidic compounds which dissolve minerals faster. And that shit is scary! Biological weathering occurs when living things, from bacteria to plants to burrowing mammals, directly cause mechanical and chemical weathering. For example, respiration of plant roots releases carbon dioxide into the surrounding soil. Combined with soil water, carbonic acid is formed which slowly dissolves nearby minerals, including the calcium compounds in the concrete. The products of these reactions create water-soluble, bioavailable forms of calcium, which can then be taken up by plants which require calcium as a key nutrient. Plants can also add stress via mechanical weathering. Their roots grow into cracks, and over time as they grow larger, they exert force on the surrounding material. These weathering processes contribute to the formation of soil. Soil is a combination of weathered minerals and organic material interspersed with air and water. In other words, rock dust and the decaying carbon-rich remains of living organisms. The other defining feature of soil is its ability to host plants, bacteria, fungi, and other life. When an environment experiences disturbance, such as by the laying of concrete sidewalks, the existing web of life is displaced. The new environment is harsh, and very few living things are able to survive there. Those that can survive have the unusual benefit of lower competition for resources. When an environment experiences disturbance, from rock slides or by the laying of concrete sidewalks, the existing web of life is displaced. The new environment is harsh, and very few living things are able to survive there. Those that can survive have the unusual benefit of lower competition for resources. Ecologists call these tenacious firstcomers pioneer or primary succession species. The particular adaptations of pioneers will depend on the nature of the disturbance and the evolutionary histories of nearby plants. In the case of those growing in the unshaded concrete sidewalk in front of my house, They will need to be able to survive with few nutrients, all-day sun, intensified by the radiant heat from surrounding pavement, and absolutely no water between May and November. As the primary succession plants become established in the new environment, they modify it. Seeds blow into cracks. Their roots grow and fill the space and exert a low but constant pressure on surrounding concrete. Respiration of plant leaves releases water into the air, cooling the surrounding environment. Plant respiration also releases carbon dioxide into the air and soil, which in turn creates carbonic acid, slowly dissolving the pavement. Dead plant material combines with weathered materials to create soil. Increased organic matter in the soil improves water retention, contributing further to weathering and supporting the growth of more plants and more soil life. Together, these effects create the conditions for different plants to come in, which are adapted to less harsh environments. The plants that come after the pioneers are called secondary succession species, and eventually they outcompete the original species. Removal of plants or sealing of cracks may slow the degradation of cement. Nonetheless, the processes of weathering and succession will continuously cause the breakdown of minerals, accumulation of soil, and development of biology. Basically, plants that grow in sidewalk cracks are a result of the same processes that occur in all of nature. Paved urban developments are just another part of the same nature. Life is always trying to colonize uninhabited areas, and chemical reactions are always happening. Matter doesn't stay static, and that's what I enjoy about geology, is that we can look through various phenomena through the rock record and see evidence of matter changing and particular changes that are associated with life. So go study geology, goddamn you.